Welcome back to another episode of the Brown Sugar Cafe podcast, the place where poetry meets conversation. I'm your host, Terrence P. Elmore. In today's episode, we're going to talk about playing it safe. Hey, do me a favor and hit that follow button. Also, turn on your notifications so you don't miss an episode. We're all at different points in our lives, and some of us have gotten to the point where we're searching for change every day. Every day, we're trying to tap into something to help us get to the next level, whether it's writing positive affirmations, setting daily goals, creating, maybe updating vision boards, reading motivational books, listening to motivational speeches, something to help us get to where we know we should be and where we know we can be, because we're no longer satisfied with enough just being enough. And then there's some of us who've reached a point where we can say, hey, I'm good with life. Life is good. My bills are paid. I don't have any stress. I have a good job. My family's good. Everyone's healthy. So why would I risk that trying something new? Things have been working fine this far along, so I'm good with me. But how many people say that I'm good with me and really mean it? Are you really comfortable where you are and good with you? Or are you just afraid to take risks? Like, I don't want us to get to a point where we're ever comfortable with being where we are. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's great to be comfortable where you are. It's great to have satisfaction to get to a point in your life where you can say you're good, but don't be so good and so comfortable to where you keep yourself from a life that you should be having. Because let's be honest, some of us have settled, and it's not necessarily a bad settle, like going against your better judgment or going against your morals or anything like that. Some of us have gotten to a place where we've given up on our dreams, or we think that our dreams were just foolish and it wasn't really intended for us, because where we are in life now, life is good. But is life really good because it's where you're supposed to be in life, or have you just made it good and have become comfortable with where it is? Being okay with yourself should never be accepting a life that's not meant to be yours. There's always another level that we can reach. It's always another level that we should reach. Don't settle for the level that you're on. Follow your dreams. Revive your dreams. You might have thought that your dreams died because you no longer have that strong desire that you had for a certain thing before, but the thought is still there. And if the thought is still there, it's still alive. And it's time for you to revive that dream. The dream has been laying dormant, waiting for you to realize that it's still there. Waiting for you to realize that it's never left. Waiting on you to realize that this dream was in your heart for a reason. Waiting for you to realize that you not pursuing that dream is selfish. And someone else needs that dream. That idea you had, that dream you had, that desire you had, that's now just a thought. That wasn't intended for you. That was intended for somebody else. Somebody's life may very well depend on that dream you have. So it's time to revive that dream. It's time to breathe life into that dream again. Revisit that dream. Because what we do in our lives is not about us. It's about other people. Every day we're supporting someone else's dream in everything we do. From the bed we sleep in, that was someone's a dream, someone's idea that they made real. When we're brushing our teeth, the toothpaste, the toothbrush, that was an idea. The running water in the house, that was someone's idea that they didn't give up on, that they made happen. So we're constantly living with reminders and examples of how our dreams are necessary. Our ideas are necessary. Making those dreams and ideas happen are necessary. There are people who are depending on us to make those dreams happen. Every day that we're scrolling through social media, looking at posts, thinking to ourselves, wow, that's really cool. I wish I can do that. Guess what? The idea you have, the creativity you have, is probably 10 times better than that person that you're scrolling through and looking at their feed and following. But guess what? They put those ideas and dreams to action. That's the only difference. The only difference is you're witnessing someone putting their dreams and idea to action while you're leaving yours on the shelf, leaving yours dormant. Why are you playing it safe? Get off the sidelines where it's safe and get into the game. It's time. It's time to get in the game. It's time to stop playing it safe. Now, when I say stop playing it safe, I don't mean anything, you know, extreme, anything dangerous, but there are calculated risks that you can take to reach a certain goal. There are strategic risks you can take to reach a goal. Sometimes you just have to take a leap. Sometimes you just have to take a leap of faith and just do it. It costs you nothing to write out a plan. It costs you nothing to write out your vision. It costs you nothing to have a conversation with someone that can help you put your dreams into action. It doesn't cost you anything to turn your dreams into a plan. It costs you nothing to follow through with that plan. If you take some strategic risks, if you just put your foot forward and do what you've been hesitating to do, that idea that you had years ago that you thought, oh, no one will like that. But then a couple months later, here it is. Someone put that idea out there. And now everyone's using it every day. And now you're like, wow, I thought of that. Yeah, that's what you did. You just thought about it. You didn't put a plan together. You didn't put it into action. But that time is over. Now is the time to take those ideas. Now is the time to take those dreams, revive those dreams again. Now is the time to breathe life into those dreams. Now is the time to make those dreams reality. Stop playing it safe and get out of your comfort zone. We look at athletes in professional sports. No matter what sport you like, there's always a top athlete. That person started somewhere. That first time they picked up that sport, they weren't as good as they are now. But they did get discouraged, and those who did get discouraged, somehow they got back on that path and they kept going with it. Somewhere along the line, they got a wake up call like, I can't be defeated by this. I have to be better than this. I have to not let this win because I can do it. Well, this is your wake up call. If you're listening to this and you started something and you put it on the shelf or put it aside because it got too hard, it got difficult, or you fell into the trap of scrolling through social media and comparing yourself to someone else's highlights. I talked about this in my last podcast episode. Stop comparing yourself to the polished and filtered videos and highlight reels on other people's pages because that's all you're doing. You're not getting to see the behind the scenes and how many takes it took for them to actually get to that post, how many pictures they had to take to get that right picture, that right angle, how many filters they had to go through to make them look a certain way, put that certain glow on them. You're not seeing that. You're seeing a polished, finished product. So You may have been looking at someone else's feed and got discouraged because you're looking at a polished, filtered product. And so I'm encouraging you to get back to your ideas. Stop playing it safe. Stop worrying about being good enough because you're more than good enough. Stop playing it safe thinking that no one will find this as interesting as you do. No one will like it as much as you do. Stop believing that you're less than and start believing that you're more than. Pick those dreams back up. Revive those dreams. They haven't died, they're just dormant, waiting on you to realize they're there, waiting on you to realize that there's someone else depending on you to live your dreams. There's someone else depending on you to share that idea, to create that thing you're supposed to create. Your dreams are waiting on you to realize that someone needs to see you living your dream. Someone needs to see you overcoming your fear. Someone needs to see you stop playing it safe so that they can do the same thing. Sometimes we have people looking at us in admiration of our lives and how we move throughout the day, but they'll never let us know. And they're watching us, and things we do inspire them. Small things. Something maybe as simple as trying a different type of coffee one day. You know how inspiring that can be to someone who does the same thing over and over again, and then they say you try something different? Someone is depending on you to revive that dream so that they can revive theirs. Someone is depending on you to live your dream so they can live theirs, excuse me. There's people who have reached a certain age and doing things in their life that they never thought they would be doing at 60, 70 years old. They didn't give up on their dreams. They didn't let that dream go. They didn't let that dream go to waste. They didn't let that idea go to waste. So don't even convince yourself that you're too old to do something. Don't convince yourself that you're not smart enough to do something. Don't convince yourself that you can't do it. Everything you have is inside of you. You've been equipped with everything you need. But it's time to bring it to life. It's time to revive it. It's time to search for that thing again that inspired you the first time. It's time to find things and people to inspire you to go further. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Brown Sugar Cafe podcast. Once again, I'm your host, Terrence P. Elmore, and this is the place where poetry meets conversation. Hit that follow button and turn on your notifications so you won't miss an episode. Check out my blog, thebrownsugarcafe.blog. Also connect with me on Instagram at thebrownsugarcafe. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and as always, remember, keep pushing forward.